Okay, we are here for the Q&A for Life, just one for Life, with the director, Jacques Soirée, and the producer, Alana de Freitas. Wonderful to have you both here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for your film. It's it's one of those films for me that everything about it technically is wonderful. I mean, it's beautifully shot, it's beautifully acted, it's beautifully written and all this. And then it really has just such a heartwarming, it's watching it such a heartwarming experience. Loss, as we learned this year, loss is a huge part of being human. And so, I just want to, I'm sure that if we had the privilege of showing this film on the 20-foot screen with an audience of 70, 80 people, there would be applause and people would be telling you, how wonderful it is and just how it makes you feel better as a human being to watch the way that you told a story of friendship and connection, and how death doesn't even end that connection. And we can do spoilers because everyone has watched the film before.
Yeah, that's fine.
No spoilers.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. That's so lovely to hear.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when hands go up at the theater, one of the first questions is always the genesis of the film, where it came from. When did you first see the script?
Well, that's an interesting story. So the film was made as part of a filmmaking challenge, the Women's Weekend Film Challenge. It was in February at the start of this year. So it was a program where, all top types of female filmmakers applied. So gaffers, grips, actors, directors, producers, writers, everything. And then the challenge teamed together 6 teams of 30 women. So Jacques and I were teamed together. And in terms of the script, they pulled genres out of a hat. We had a reveal party, and we were tasked with buddy comedy. And then we were given a prop, which was a backpack that had to appear in the film, and then we had to go and have our writers write the script that night, and the film had to be made within a long weekend. So we got the genre the Thursday night, and we had to submit the film on the Monday.
So the short answer is I got the script when I woke up at 5 a.m. and had to go to set.
Simply incredible! Wow. And the 2 writers, there were 2 writers, right?
Correct.
They managed to just do that overnight.
Yeah. So we hadn't even decided, because we didn't know what the script was going to be. We didn't know what location we were going to use. It was that sort of a challenge. Yeah. So we got the script, and then once we decided, okay, we'll shoot it at my house, then we asked them to go back and make adjustments based on the location and flesh it out a little bit more. So it was very crazy. So the final version of the script was not until even later that day, the day that we started shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically on that Thursday, we got the genre at 6 p.m. And then, everybody kind of broke down into groups to talk about the genre without having any other idea of where the script is direction. But the 2 writers, Alana and myself, we went into a room and we started just flushing out ideas. And then, that's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. So 2 writers took over, and then they wrote all night long.
Yeah.
Incredible. And so with this challenge, was your team, you entered as a team together? Yeah. And you had you even already had obviously chosen your performers?
Well, so the performers, everything was chosen for us by the challenge. They just teamed us together. So I got the team maybe a week beforehand. I was given the team. So I reached out and, you know, made sure I knew who everybody was and had an introduction, but we still knew nothing about the genre or what we would be shooting. All we knew is we had this time frame to make something. And then the week before, I think we had a meetup where we all got to meet in person. We also had amazing sponsors like Red and HBO and, you know, like Zeiss lenses and
Able Cine,
Cinelease, audio department, Matthews Group and Electric. So they all sponsored all the equipment. So that's why when you mentioned at the start how like the great production value of it, that's in large part thanks to our sponsors and the challenge for getting them to come on board.
and what was really interesting is that because everybody's assigned to work together, the tendency is to come and do a circle and be like, well, I've never done this before, but no one's ever done this before. You usually pick your crew and cast, but there you're just put together. And it was just really amazing and beautiful to see, you know, those 35 women just working together with one goal in mind. Is just like to make the best film that we could in 72 hours.
And we lucked out with our cast and our crew.
I would think so. I mean, everyone. I'm kind of in a state of shock, right? I'm sure people you tell this to. I mean, I've seen 48-hour film challenge films that came out wonderfully and stuff, but this film looks like it was like a 6-month minimum ramp up, and then, you know, this film does not look like you winged it at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there certainly, even though we had a script, there certainly was some winging. Like we realized at a certain point, we're not going to be able to shoot this scene. And then another scene that we had shot, we were like, we need to get rid of this. So there was a lot of like last minute reshuffling to try to, you know, make the cutoff, because we were getting very late into the night and we needed, you know, our editors to be working and our actors to get some sleep. So it was a hustle.
And had the two of you met before?
Only through the challenge. We didn't know
only through the challenge.
Before the challenge.
Yeah.
So the week before, when they pulled names out of a virtual hat.
Well, they hadn't pulled names out of a hat. What they had done was maybe like a month or something before, you know, there was a submission process. So hundreds of people submitted for each role, writers, producers, directors. So they had screened, you know, Tracy and Katrina, who run the Women's Weekend Film Challenge, they had screened everybody and selected, you know, the best people and teamed everybody up so that we had like really diverse and inclusive cast and crew. And then, I was given a list of names, like, this is your team. And then I just kind of started reaching out. So that was our first connection.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now all the standard questions that the audience asks, like, how long did you shoot? This, that, you know, all that. Were you even given all the? And by the way, how wonderful was it to make a film and not have any budgetary concerns? Like you're just given what you need to be given and just run.
One of the hardest things with making a short film is getting funding, because, you know, investors generally want a feature because they know there's a chance at a return on investment. And with shorts, there's much less opportunity for that. So to have that funding burden taken away, it's such a great opportunity for up and coming filmmakers, because you get to work with like a team of amazing people. The funding problem isn't there, and you're working with top of the line equipment, which a lot of people on, you know, real indie films don't get to cut their teeth on. So it's a really good experience.
And it also proves to you that, you know, sometimes, well, if you take it the right way and you put the right energy into it, the restrictions will actually push you forward. So you'll get out of your way and out of your comfort zone, and you'll just you know, shoot for the stars because you don't have anything to lose.
And not just that, I mean, you know, there were 6 teams of 30 women. So we've come away now with this huge network of female filmmakers that we know that we will definitely be looking to when we're crewing up on future productions. So that has been one of the most invaluable things that I've come away with from it.
Absolutely, me too. And how lucky were we that 2 weeks before COVID and everything shut down, we had our premiere at the ArcLight Cinema on Hollywood Boulevard with all the women like showing, you know, was it 6 films?
Yeah.
It was, and it just all of us cheering for each other. That was
Getting
amazing.
on the big
And it feels like it was another world.
Yeah, we started the year on such a high. This was like the best way, you know,
Yep.
very early in the film, already had a short film under our belt, and it went downhill from there.
It has film-wise, everything, it's been a pause, but at least you had a wonderful start before the pause.
Yeah. And again, like Alana said, we just came out with the contact of so many females that we want to work with and keep on collaborating with. And you know, Alana was a great producer, and I've been stalking her since. So we now
actually like twice a week have like Zoom meetings and work on projects together and share info on our individual projects and kind of keep each other accountable.
Yeah.
And I have to praise the directing in this. As I said in the introduction, it's wonderfully directed. The performances are great, and that doesn't happen without a good director.
Thank you.
And yeah, if we didn't have a 15-ish minute time limit, because we had the privilege at Sherman Oaks Film Festival to have a film from Alana last year, so I know her past.
Yeah.
I'm already like, wow, what's your past? But sadly, that'll have to wait for
no problem.
But
we will do that in person very soon.
Yeah, but very, very polished, very beautiful film. I wouldn't say, I'm sure the whole audience, if I turned to the audience and said, did you see one moment that didn't look like it wasn't just well thought out and emotionally true, everyone would be nodding their heads. Because
I appreciate that very much. And quickly, my background is acting, and I just love actors. And so I had a kick out of directing those wonderful actresses who, you know, it wasn't hard at all because they was just in it right away, having the best time of their life. So, you know, shout out to my actresses, definitely.
Yeah, you two are a good pair. You're both actors who have shown great talent at the other sides of the camera.
We're just too impatient to be waiting. So we're doing it all.
Well, it's wonderful. I'm so glad that so many women got to network and meet and create connections, because that'll only lead to more wonderful films coming. We have some.
Yeah, I've already seen some of the girls like pulling each other onto other projects they've been working on during quarantine. So that's been awesome to see.
That's fantastic. Well, any other insights from the set? I know you talked about dealing with the challenges and overcoming them. Was there?
It was just such a cohesive, egoless environment, an all-female set. I'll say that.
I've heard that spoken frequently of all-female productions.
Yeah.
Well,
and the other thing is, you know, with a challenge, everyone just kind of goes in there like, let's do it. It's so there. I mean, I think our crew would be like that anyway. That's just all those personality types. But that kind of, you know, boosted us even more. The fact that it was a challenge, everyone had such a great attitude.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, is there anyone who needs mentioning? I'm looking at the Film Freeway page. I'll just say that Natasha Lewin and Diane J. Wright were your writers. Mm-hmm. So please let them know there's applause from the Sherman Oaks Film Festival for what they managed to do overnight and then a little bit the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wonderful script.
Yeah, no, definitely. I definitely wanted to shout them out, and also our wonderful DP, Carrie. Yeah, it was also great. But just the whole cast and crew was just just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one person.
Our editor as well, Christina O'Sullivan, she was amazing in putting it all together so quickly. You know, we're handing off footage as we shoot, and she's already prepping it to, you know, how to be working quick on these timelines.
Day and night.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I imagine you also had a post deadline because there was that event at the ArcLight.
Well, we had to submit the film on the Monday, so yeah, like it had to be done.
Really, even all the sound and everything.
Everything, yeah, everything. We did. The only thing that we really did after the fact, there's a VFX shot at the very end of the film with
the no firefly.
Yeah. So that was the only thing that we added after the fact. We previously just had it. She kind of like fades out. But yeah, so we added that cute little ending.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Sorry that we've run out of time.
That's okay. Thank you so much for having us. Really
thank you,
absolute pleasure. Yeah, and
thanks, Sherman Oaks Film Festival.
Thank you.
Fingers crossed we'll see you again next year.
Keep sending us wonderful films. I emailed Alana, I think, that I never look at the credits before I watch a screener. And then when I saw your name within, I'm like, another great film. So
yeah.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. Much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
You too. Bye.
Bye.